Michael, this is what I'm grinding out, my friend. The First Descendant racked up 10 million players in 1 week. Grant Taylor Hill over at Insider Gaming. Michael, have you checked it out yet?
I need to. I was busy this weekend, but this is after this show. I'm actually probably hopping on. I'm gonna be honest. I need to check this out.
All right. Hit me up, dude. We'll play. The First Descendant, a free-to-play looter shooter from Nexon, was released on July 2nd to mixed reviews. For many, it felt like it was a rehash of some other titles, namely Destiny and Warframe. Very similar. I'll go with that. Yeah. The most recent topic of debate is circulating around whether or not Nexon simply flipped assets from Bungie's sci-fi shooter in a few ways while creating the First Descendant. Dude, you get to the hub world in Albion, and it is that Destiny diamond for all of the icons. It's like, that stood out immediately. So, yeah. Despite the meddling controversies, it seems that the First Descendant has been a whopping success. Nexon recently revealed that 10 million players found their way into the game across all platforms in just 1 week. Make it free, and that'll happen. Much of the success of the First Descendant can be attributed to the fact that the game doesn't cost a penny to play. That alone will entice millions of players. The real test is keeping those players engaged. You can bet your last dollar that the player count will crash after just a couple of weeks on the market. In a post on X, Nexon wrote, "We've reached 10 million descendants in just 7 days. Thank you all for your tremendous support and love. It means everything to us. We will do our best to bring you great experiences. Can't wait to continue this journey together." This free-to-play live service title has had some teething issues and players issuing mixed reviews across the board. It's no big secret that the First Descendant operates on a fairly expansive monetization model that has packed the game to the brim with microtransactions. But by now, that's part of the parcel for the free-to-play life. One way to keep the lights on, Michael, but dude, some of these expenses are nuts. The storefront alone. Now, granted, check out our review. It is up. ITGTV.com. It's one of our longer reviews. We don't typically go this long, but it's like a 16.5-minute review, and we go in depth on it, and I may just go a little offside on the microtransactions. You should check it out. I kind of rant, but it is one of those things. Dude, it's free to play. You got to keep the lights on, but I just don't think everything should cost $70.
At that point, you just charge for the game, right? Bring it down a little bit. But I will say, when I heard about this game, the first thing I saw when I saw free 99 on the play button, I'm like, this is going to make me want to check this out. This might be a little bit of an edge it has over Destiny. So as long as they're not too oppressive, as long as I don't get a pop-up mid-game, hey, go buy this microtransaction, I think I can live, but I'm with you. Sometimes it's just, those bundles are too much.
Yeah, right? But again, it's not a free-to-win kind of scenario, right? You don't have to pay to win to get in, play the game. Dude, I'm now 18 hours into the game, somewhere around there, and I'm still grinding out. I was just playing again last night, having a great time. It feels good to play. I think that's the biggest driving force. We were actually able to talk with the developers themselves, and I asked them about their roadmap. What's that look like? They have a 3-year roadmap. So they already have content planned that is going to drop. They have 3 pieces of content dropping this year alone, and we're almost at the end of the year, as much as it pains me to say that, right? We are now midway through July. Ouch, to say the least, but we're getting drops and drops and drops. So content is going to keep coming. That's the biggest thing. They're in a tough competitive space, straight up. How do you get the players in? Free to play is one way to go, but you got to keep the lights on, right? So then you buy the battle pass like I did, and then you start grinding out. But that's the extent of it, right? At the other side of it, though, yeah, just hey, go check out my review. Honestly, there's 3 of us. There's me, Corey, and Steve. We all talk about the game, and we have some highs, we have some lows. But at the end of the day, we both came away from the game going, this is a pretty cool game. Michael, you should definitely check it out.
I'm excited, and I'll be honest, probably planned by First Descendant. Perfect release time, right? Last Destiny 2 expansion came out.
Yeah.
There's sort of that swirl, what's next for Destiny 2, and you just pop right in the market. Like, they timed this one perfectly, and definitely, I will trust you. I'm going to check your review out, and then I'm going to check out the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't miss it. It's something worth checking out. If you have that craving, that hunger for a looter shooter where you go out, you grind for resources, come back, and then build out, and you buy the next Descendant with these resources, which has this time loop on it too. So you do these research projects, and these research projects will come up, and some of them are like just a minute, some of them are 2 minutes. the Descendants themselves to unlock the next Descendant. Like my next one was 16 hours. So I had to wait. I'm just like, all right, I'll just chill for another day and come back tomorrow. And sure enough, boom, there's my Descendant. It feels rewarding to come back to something like that, right? So yeah, I'm still playing. We want to hear from you guys. Like, how much longer? Let me ask you before we even go. Michael, do you think we're still talking about this game in 3 months?
I'll say yes, because as you hinted at, there's supposed to be 3 drops of content. I look at how much time, as you said, how much time's actually left on this year. I don't want to admit it's that little, but I think if they have steady updates, we've seen from other games, you keep updating, you give people what you want, you can stay relevant. I think we'll be talking about First Descendant here come the start of winter.
That's fair. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, right, how do you keep that player base engaged? Now, we're so different from previous games, right? Before, it'd be play your game, you're done, you bounce out, you go into something else. Now it's how do they keep you hooked? How do they keep you coming back tomorrow, the next week, the next month, the next year, right? Destiny's been able to do that time and time again with these DLC drops. Where this is a little bit different, I think we're looking to drop a lot more content on a more consistent basis to keep us in for next week, right? They don't want to lose us. And at 10 million players, they're off to a pretty good start. We'll just see if they can keep it up. Hit us up, itgtv.com. Are you checking out the First Descendant?